immediately is intentional on my part. There will be music.
How dare it be intentional?
Okay. Okay, so we are live.
It will not last.
Let's just make sure. Does the audio sound okay? Okay, I guess it sounded fine on my TV.
All right. Hello, everyone. I would like to welcome everyone back to Ravnica Twirl of Dragons.
Hello, mortals.
It is true. I am, in fact, a mortal.
For now.
What is that supposed to mean?
No, she's right for now. Okay. Anyway, previously on Ravnica.
Twirl of Dragons.
The party finished the fight against the invaders that were yeeting onto their ship traveling across the ocean. I guess I'll be right back. Hold on.
Oh no. Oh.
Hey, Ika.
Ika!
Hey!
Hello.
Oh, Alright, so everybody's here.
Yay. Especially my cat.
Yes. The Sterling has come to watch roll dicing.
Squish your foot. Squish that foot.
I played some Dragonstorm pre-release last
Ooh.
night and the night before. I'm in a dragon fighting mood.
I am back.
Right.
Welcome back. We got it, Ika.
Wonderful. So previously on Trail of Dragons, the people that were showing up to the ship, well, I say people, the robots that were showing up to the ship to try to steal your chicken nuggets, they were defeated. You guys arrived. You guys arrived on the island at the base where Thalmor is doing his dirty deeds.
Done dirt cheap.
Not dirt cheap. This like a lab like this, he would have to have a big budget. And you guys also learned some things about what he's doing with that big budget, like including what experiments were being done on Ulfnir, and you guys found potions that do something of basically what was done. Bear almost drank one.
From everything I heard, it's quite bad.
But yeah, Tuffy didn't experience any of that. And basically a lot of the rest of this was beelining through the facility, but we're not going to be in the facility. Tuffy, I would like for you to place your token at the top of the map, please.
Okay.
Because for all of this, you haven't been there.
Of course not.
Alright, you just say when Bone and I'll switch over to map screen.
You'll know because it will be when the music starts.
Gotcha.
Tuffy, as you're pulled away, you can your fur kind of stands on end as lightning crackles around you as you're being pulled away. and you're pulled in front of a dusty town and in front of a sign that says, "Welcome to Devil's Gulch."
Do I remember this place?
No.
Cool. I don't need to make a history check. Saves me on dice rolls. So, 1 minute, Tuffy is on a boat, doing boat things like being on a boat.
One thing I would like you to do at the top of this session, Tuffy, is I would like you to roll 2 d20s and note what those numbers are.
Okay.
And I will keep a note of them as well for when and if they come up.
Okay. So the first number was a 9, and the second number was a 16. I'll write those down just in case.
It may be this session, it may be a future session where they become relevant.
Okay, let me... Where's the dice roll? Rolling room. 9, 16.
Good.
Because who knows? By the time we remember, it might be a couple seconds later. I don't know.
This town looks borderline abandoned, but you can still feel that, like, trickling of lightning in the air, and you can hear a whistling in the distance, somewhat familiar to what you heard before, except it doesn't seem to be getting closer, and if it does, not really as swiftly as before. But remembering in your dream, you also know that this is a potential warning sign. You do see that one of the buildings, this one actually. Oh, I forgot to loop it, my bad. No problem.
I see the building.
Yeah. It appears to be a saloon, but it doesn't really have a name. So that's weird.
All right. Well, let's go here. Because if it's the only place with people,
Certainly the most likely place with people.
yeah, probably.
And look,
the best
there's
place to
people.
go. I was right.
As you open the doors, like, a few people pause for a moment as as they see you at the doors, but then they go back to what they're doing. There's a little bit of lingering eyes, but not much.
All right. Tuffy is simply going to be making his way up to the town, to the bartender. Kind of moving past crowds that he isn't familiar with. He doesn't recognize anyone. I don't think he would.
He doesn't. No, he doesn't recognize anyone.
All right.
Bartender says, it's like, another one like you.
Another one.
Yeah. I mean, I'd be a little bit worried if I were you. There's some folk around here that seem to take issue with those of your kin. Anyway, welcome to the saloon with no name.
He briefly turns back to where a sign would be, and it's like it just kind of thinks to himself, "Yeah." So that whistling,
Yeah,
could that be heard by everyone?
it can be heard. It could be heard outside. Cannot really be heard inside at the moment. You notice that you can't hear it inside. It is distant enough where it can't be heard yet.
Okay.
At least not inside.
Would some of the folk who wouldn't, was it trust or like my kind?
It's been stated that there was a dislike for certain for people of your kin. He does, and in fact, roll an insight check on that.
Okay. All right, insight. That's actually a 16. Huh.
Okay. What's the number on the die on that?
The number is an 11. I have
Okay.
a +5.
Okay, that's going to be potentially important. But it's not important in this case. So, the impression that you get is that it's not about like racism towards Harengon, anything like that. It's that there's a particular person who seems to not like a particular person that happens to also be a Harengon.
Okay.
And may have expressed a dislike for others that are Harengon, or seems to go after them. Not necessarily a race thing, but because of individuals.
I don't suppose that person is here now. Are they?
I mean, personally, I don't think we'd necessarily be seeing you if he were here. You probably would have been a spot on the road already.
Tuffy has an idea of why, and who this bartender is referring to. So
Either way, he likely wouldn't be coming into the bar.
not a fan of saloons.
Well, he wasn't fitting the door as much as it'd be fitting for him to bust it down. I don't think he necessarily would be inclined to, or else he would have done it prior. If he ran in here while he was here, then he might do it, but...
Well, I guess it's a good thing then that he wasn't.
I need someone else in the group to roll a perception check.
Straight number or any modifier?
Just do a straight number.
Okay, 11.
The patrons do not hear anything yet. Unless, Tuffy, do you want them to be able to hear something?
This conversation is kind of being held in private, so probably not. Or if they I would assume that with all the talking in the bar, Like, it's not like any. It's not like. I would assume many of them aren't even paying attention to Tuffy anyway. Like, obviously at first they did, but that was at first. This is not any for at first anymore. So,
If you ask me, the best thing you can do if you hear any whistling around these parts is lay low.
I'll keep that in mind.
Either way, what can I get for you?
Well, what do you have?
Whiskey, rum, sarsaparilla, Diet
Do you
Coke.
think?
You forgot the milk.
I was about to say. Do you have any milk?
I think we might have some milk. Hang on. He goes looking for. Venzer in your head just goes, wait, milk?
Okay, this is gonna sound weird.
It's the thing before I got here, right?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. I guess that makes sense.
So I'm wondering if having more milk would connect it? Be relevant? I don't know.
He comes back and he has a glass of milk. He actually goes to the end of the bar and he slides it down the bar to you.
Okay.
Because you have to do that. It's a Western.
Performance check to see if Tuff catches it. Okay. So I have to actually look on these dice because these dice this die looks a little fancy, but you know.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So I add half my proficiency rounded down. So with that in mind, that's a +6.
What do you are you?
no,
You're
I
kind of
was looking-
presuming what the check is.
Yeah, it was a performance check. It was a performance check, right?
Oh, hang on. My headphones unplugged for a second. Okay, there we go. No, it is not a performance check.
Oh, what kind of check would it be?
It would be sleight of hand.
Oh. Okay. Well, in that case, I'd add 4. Does a 16 let me grab it?
Yes, it does.
Okay, cool. So, he starts drinking it. How much?
He's going to tell you a currency you're not familiar with. 2 bits.
He pulls out one of the gold coins, one of the gold pieces he has. He pulls out 2.
He looks at them and it's like, holy hell. You won't change for this?
Sure. He puts it down.
So he actually gives you one of the gold pieces back.
Okay, so I'm at 449.
And what he gives you back all the currency that he has is actually in bits. But they do have 10-bit pieces. So you wind up with 9 10-bit pieces and 8 1-bit pieces. Which should tell you how much a bit is. So basically you wind up back with 9 silver and 8 copper.
9 silver, 8 copper.
I don't think I've ever seen anybody try to pay with a 100-bit piece around here. Let alone 2 of them. Must be new.
No kidding.
I'd tell you this right now, young eye. Devil's Gulch ain't exactly the most newbie friendly town.
Well, I was just kind of pulled here.
You were pulled here.
Mm-hmm. 1 minute, I'm on a boat in the middle of a freezing ocean.
I never heard of no place like that.
It wouldn't be here. Because the next minute, I find myself in the middle of I find myself here. Must have been a work of someone who could go to different planes.
I mean, I've heard of people doing stuff like that before.
Mm-hmm. But then that begs the question, who did that? And
I'll need someone
why?
else in the party to roll another perception check, please. Just a raw d20.
I got it. 16.
Okay. With that, a few patrons and other people who are in the group can RP this. They start hearing the whistling too. Now they'll have a better idea of what it means than Tuffy would.
They'd be more explicit about it. They'd probably be more like. I think Tuffy would still have the idea though.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all hear that?
Yep, ain't no need to go outside anytime in the next couple hours, I don't think.
Good thing today's my day off.
Picked one hell of a place to stay, too.
Luckily, this time I brought cards.
Alright then, deal me in.
I kind of feel bad for that other rascal that was recently in here. I decided that's the voice of the robot guy.
I assume Tuffy hears all this.
Sure.
I take it that whistling is why I'm better off in here.
Most definitely.
Also, one of them said something about another rascal.
Oh, yeah. There was somebody else like you through here somewhat recently. Dipped out looking for somebody, though.
Do you know who they were looking for? Or an idea of who they were looking for?
Leader of a gang that actually kind of sort of, well, between you and me, if any gang controls this town, it's probably the Blaze Gang.
Okay.
Said they needed to have a talk about business.
And you don't know what happened to this other fella, do you?
I mean, once he left here, he wasn't really anybody else around here's business. We told him he might be better off waiting around for him, but he wasn't hearing none of that. A little bit impatient.
Where would the Blaze Gang be?
Well, they'll probably be back soon, but given the whistling, you especially probably wouldn't be a good idea to go out looking for them. I think most likely they went up north, but well,
We'll have to wait a little bit.
so you are choosing to wait.
Yeah. It's very strange that Tuffy is here. And obviously seeking answers is going to be his best bet, especially since he's, again, stuck in a place he's never been to. But he remembers the Westling enough to know, especially because of that night, especially because of that one night from his dream.
You have experience with the whistling.
Yeah. And Tuffy knows right now that's a bad idea.
You look out the window and see a somewhat familiar figure that I have to actually grab the token for because I was not 100% expecting you to not go back outside, but that's okay.
I mean, I'm not going outside, but you know.
Right. Well, either way, you see outside that someone is walking by, and that someone is a face that you have seen before.
Because of course it is.
And you see that basically almost yelling at him, in some ways berating him, is Simon.
I recognize Simon. All right. That is a voice I wanted to hear. Can Tuffy go out and...
You also hear the whistling getting louder.
That's concerning.
Getting louder faster.
I can still see Simon, right?
Yep.
Cool. I have message. I'm gonna point at him, and because he probably doesn't see me, or at least I'm gonna point in the direction of if there's it's still a window, right? I'm gonna point in Simon's direction, at the very least in Simon's direction, if I don't actually see him. The whistling I hear in the music is always gonna scare me because like I'm sure if that's the whistling of the if that's the whistling we're hearing in game.
I mean, I composed the music. What do you think?
Anyways, point in Simon's direction, and I'm gonna say, better hide soon before that whistling gets any closer.
When Simon gets the message, he actually pauses. Tybalt is still going, and then his ear perks up, and he looks up, and you can kind of see this sort of purple glow going over everything as that happens, and he goes, "Oh fuck," and starts like basically darting towards close to the building to find a place to hide. What do you do when you see that?
I'm going to. Well, it's a window, right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna. Is it like an open window? Like, is the window open already?
No.
Okay, I'm gonna try and open the windows as quick as I can to let him in.
You let him in, and we're going to switch over to the other map for what happens. Because as you let him in, that's the one window that doesn't break in this fucking place. And I'm going to make Tybalt visible.
Oh,
But then-
shit.
You're just now noticing Tybalt?
No, I think I know what's about to happen to him. Oh no.
And then the ground shakes as crashing down comes Fervor.
Ooh.
Also, Simon is over here.
Yes.
What the hell is... And he stops himself as he says, "What the hell is..." His just eyes go wide. No, I know exactly what that is. Why do I know what that is? He's in front of Tybalt. And Tybalt is the one thing there. And give me just a second, because I believe this calls for a music change.
Oh, okay. Everyone get your eulogies out for Tybalt.
Gonna cue up
Yeah.
the music change and then do the line. Tybalt can't help but smirk. It's like, oh, no, for someone that powerful. Oh wait, no, this is the wrong music.
It's still the same. Like the music hasn't changed.
No, not yet. I was pulling up the wrong music. to change it too. You know, for such a powerful guy, you sure are easy to predict. Boys!
Oh, they're
Oh,
back. Oh
Yup!
no.
Where are they? Where are they?
Why are these boys back?
That's a really good remix. too.
It's the Bone World Order.
Did you know the ocean is soup?
The ocean is not. What's an ocean? Ayo.
Fervor, please beat their asses. This is the one time I'm
Fervor.
rooting for the bad guy.
Trevor, rattle their bones.
Fervus got up some bones to pick with.
I fucking hate this duo.
And Tybalt is pointing a gun at Fervor. It's like,
okay, so does Tuffy see all this? Is Tuffy
Yes.
seeing all? Okay. I think in his head it's like, where did they come from? Can he hear the intro music? Is there intro-
I'm gonna say yes for the meme.
The music is diegetic. It comes from Papyrus.
When you say where'd they come from, it's like, well, according to what he said, Ravnica.
Hate.
this is like out of character. This is the funniest thing ever. In character, it's a mix of fear and confusion. Fear from Fervor, confusion from the Bony Boys. And
Why did the Bone World
inexplicable
Order have to
theme.
show up and ruin my day like this?
Hold on, it might get better.
It might. It may very well.
So, gun. So, Tybalt has a gun.
Oh, that's
pointing
a
at Fervor.
gun. Sorry, I'm having to make a token real time.
Don't worry. All this talking is probably giving you
Oh,
ample
yes.
opportunity to make it in real time. So, you know, we're good. We're good.
It's like, is this your idea of a trap, little worm? First of all, if anybody's the worm here, it'd probably be you. You get it? Because dragons, worms. I got it.
Tuffy doesn't even get it.
Don't get it.
I got it.
I get it. Tuffy doesn't.
Ah!
Ah! What's that?
Oh fuck!
Don't worry about it. You didn't see.
What the hell
You
was
did-
he so large?
What the fuck was that?
You didn't see anything.
I
You
saw
saw nothing.
didn't see anything.
Okay, I will pretend that did not exist, even though that was quite scary.
I will not pretend it didn't exist. You have some explaining to do.
We'll be explaining soon, TM. It's like, well, no, this isn't my idea of a trap. And second of all, no. This isn't my idea of a trap.
Well,
Dibble even laughs like a tool.
This is my idea of a trap.
Oh, hey.
Hang on a second. Did this son of a bitch actually bring yet more backup?
Yes! Yes!
Oh my god.
Blaze gang, guns up! He gives a wink over towards you and Simon.
Right, just tell the dragon where people you know are.
Tuffy looks over at Simon and past the fear, you could clearly he could clearly see a look of utter confusion. Just what?
So here we can get ourselves out of here. That is this man's name.
What's his name?
Rock Hard Juice Robinson.
What?
Okay.
I would like to note. So that is the name of a professional wrestler. I tried to come up with a silly parody name that was better than that. I couldn't.
Yeah, that's fair.
I just called him Juice Man.
That's not as funny.
No, Rock Hard Juice Robinson. How do you beat that?
Yeah, you can't.
Well, obviously, you just invert it.
Juice Hard Robinson?
No. You do something absurd with it, so it's like Windsoft Fruit Robinson.
That's still not as good as Rock Hard Juice Robinson. You can't sit here and tell me that that's as good as Rock Hard Juice Robinson.
Oh, it's not. But if you need to parody it, you just invert one.
Anyway, Dagger
invert
James
all
is
the
also here.
Yeah, the entire Tool Squad is here. I hate all of them.
I don't know. I think Tibble might be on the short side.
I
So-
wish death upon them all.
Dagger James. Does Tuffy know him?
From the Remora tournament.
Oh yeah, it's been a while. So, okay, he obviously winks towards us, and again, Tuffy is just confused.
That would be our cue to get the hell out of here.
All right.
I'll explain later.
All right. Tuffy trusts him, and I assume they're gonna planeswalk out.
They are.
Cool. I just deleted the token just because.
I'm going to change the music and then change the map. And technically you were on the ship before, so I'd imagine if you try to planeswalk back to call time. So here's what I'm going to do in terms of you planeswalking if you try to planeswalk back to Barriet. Or is that how you're going to do it?
I assume that he was. I thought Simon was gonna planeswalk.
Sure. Let's land you guys back in. Tell you what, a place that he would know to planeswalk to would probably be the arena.
We're gonna have to get rid of
the-
everybody
Yeah, we have to get rid of everybody.
except for me.
That does include Joe Hendry. Joe Hendry is not here.
This is a private event. Get the fuck out.
I'd imagine there might be some people in the stands because stuff happens pretty often around here. And they're like, what the fuck? Simon's just, this is personal. Oh, okay. Just walks away.
Alright. Okay. At least now we're somewhere I remember.
Okay, so here's the deal. Tybalt explained himself.
Okay.
We wound up on some fucking world. I have no idea. And apparently he knew who I was the whole time. Because he recognized me from, you know, Thunder Junction.
Yeah. Buster, you're not gonna believe this. But I remember now.
Remember what?
We're cousins. It's been so long. It had been so long since I've been in Ravnica that I kind of forgot everything here. But recently, I remember. We
Remember
were
any
cousins.
of this?
You don't?
No.
Weird. Well, because at the very least, you probably remember that whistling.
Somewhere in the back of my head I did. I've heard it before in Thunder Junction. Just... it always gave me goosebumps. I couldn't really place why.
Well, now we know.
So, what the hell did... So, what? He has something against both of us, I guess?
He might? I'm not sure.
Great. Great. Fantastic.
At least I know. So Tybalt knew you were from Thunder Junction.
Right.
So that's why you went back?
Well, apparently, Tybalt told me what that dude is, and he's probably worse business than Tybalt is. In fact, real talk, Tybalt doesn't seem bad at all if he's looking to take care of that. Or at least do something about it. I don't think he's even expecting to fully stop it, but at the very least, stop what he figured out its plan was.
Mm-hmm. Here's what that plan is.
Well, the thing we knew is that it was drawing somebody towards Devil's Gulch. He's the one who guessed it was you. Don't fully understand how he figured that one.
Looks like he was... Well, it's bizarre because, like, I was on a boat before. Kaldheim.
Kaldheim. What were you doing on Kaldheim? Oh, right, the whole Garrick thing.
Yeah. So I was there on a boat with the rest of my my group, and then suddenly, next thing I know, I'm at Devil's Gulp.
The only way I think he would want to bring you there is to, He shakes his head. Well, whatever it is, he's not going to get away with it. They got an escape plan, too, don't worry.
Well, here's helping.
Is there shit you still need to do on Kaldheim?
Yes.
Then I may as well come with you. We may get more answers.
All right. So after that, we're gonna planeswalk to Kaldheim. I would assume that the boat is
The boat is
not where
docked. Yeah, the boat is basically docked near where this is. People aren't here. La 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 la.
All right, cool. Am I right here?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
So basically the idea is that you get off the boat to here. And you can see that there are the people that were part of the army that was brought with you fighting with robots. It's like, well, shit. You weren't kidding about having shit to do.
Yeah, we need to go.
Right. He instead of drawing his gun, draws his sword, which is flaming now.
That's cool.
Good old
Okay.
blade tongue.
So, is this door open? Is this door open?
Yes.
Cool. Going in. Is this door open?
Yes.
Tuffy's
All of
gonna
these
try-
all of these doors are open.
Cool. I assume downstairs or upstairs.
Downstairs.
Okay,
Downstairs.
I'm assuming I can hear sort of people. You know.
You certainly can.
All right. Before he can finally
You guys
see.
arrive in this room. Garuk, Dorian, Kaya, and the Believers are in here. It's like, what the hell? Garuk is like, rabbits. 2 rabbits.
Yes.
Garuk is seeing double. There are 4 of you.
Tubby does not question it. So, is everyone else ahead? Is everyone else ahead?
Yeah, they're ahead. Go, 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 go.
Okay. And he hops right behind a move. Oh, hey!
Oh, good
Tuffy!
timing. Bear starting shit.
Me?
You see in front of you, Bear genuinely starting shit.
Okay, Tuffy's gonna go right up here.
All right, and this is where initiative begins.
Let's go!
Let's go!
I was actually planning on the possibility of the first round initiative being Tuffy having to survive fervor. That's what the question marks were.
Good thing I need to get out.
Because it would have been survival.
Good
I
thing
planned
Tuffy. Good thing Tuffy may be an idiot, but he's not stupid.
That's true. Bear, we're going to do something special with you. Blue specifically is going to do something special with you. Because I gave these a special ability called Reconfigure, and for Blue to attempt to reconfigure you, I'm going to need you to make a Wisdom save.
Oh,
And I will
fuck.
have to roll a d12. Oh no.
Oh no.
Based on what I rolled on the d12, the DC is fairly high.
Based on what I roll on my dice, I fail.
What do you roll on your dice?
8.
8? And what's your modifier for Wisdom saves?
3.
Okay, since it's not possible, I'm not going to ask. About a thing. On the first failure, this Zaricha, and I'm going to mark it in my initiative as... This one is basically burrowing into you.
And that's a wisdom save?
Because it's burrowing basically through your mind.
Okay.
He used his action to do this, so he can't do it now. But basically, he can use his action to do something as you.
Ah. That's not concerning at all.
After each time that he does that, you make another Wisdom save, but the DC is actually lower for those Wiz saves, so don't worry about that as much. However, on the third and fifth failed saves, something else happens. And I'll explain that if we get there. And in addition, I'd like to note that right now, you can still act as yourself. But when it comes to Blue's turn again, Blue is going to be able to act as you.
Okay. Interesting. Let's see if he survives long enough to be able to do anything about that.
We shall see. Red is coming for Gamataki.
Oh god.
Unsurprisingly, one of them is coming for Gamataki. I have put in my notes that they will never try to reconfigure Gamataki.
They will always try to kill Gamataki.
Basically. So let's... By the way, Blue is considered now in the same space as Bear. So I'll put that. Like, I can't really just put it in the... Well, actually, I think I can.
You can literally just put it...
And I think I need to back. There we go.
So it's trying to... It's borrowed into my chest,
Basically, yes.
and is then borrowing into my mind.
Yes. The reason it's a Wisdom save and not a Constitution save is because these things are made of metal. It's easy for them to breach skin, not as easy but the resistance comes from your mind, not from your physical capabilities.
Alright.
Like, it's much more of a, like, dominate effect, as it were. So that's why it's Wisdom. So anyway, the red one's attacking Gamataki, and they get 2 attacks.
Okay.
Does a 22 hit Gamataki?
Yes, it does.
That one was stuck. Let's try that again. Does a 15 hit Gamataki?
No.
So you will take 14 damage.
Alright.
Green. I'm not going to reconfigure multiple of you at a time because that seems mean. So green is going to attack Ika. Ika, does a 12 hit you?
No, it misses.
Okay, I would imagine a dirty 20 does hit you.
Yep, that hits me.
Okay, that will be 14 damage unless you have a response.
Ooh. Might be able to survivor shield that.
You would be able to. Now, as a reminder, we have slightly modified survivor shield.
Let me have a look.
It's number you rolled plus character's level.
Number of hit points plus character's level. Alright.
No, you roll your hit die. The one that you're
Okay.
spending. Your character's level would be 8. So in theory, if you rolled at least a 6, you would stop all the damage. That is an 11. That doesn't stop all the damage, so you still take 3.
Alright, 3 it is.
That is green's turn. I do need to measure real quick to see. Oh yeah, can totally reach all kinds of places. Yellow can go here and can attack Ick.
Yeah.
Does Bear get an attack of opportunity?
Let me see if it was possible to make that movement without provoking an attack of opportunity. I think it yeah, it was definitely possible to make that movement without. Okay. So we do 2 attacks on Ick. That
How
one
dare.
was stuck. That one was also stuck. What the hell? Ice Tower, please cooperate. Does a 21 hit you?
Ick believes so.
And the other one's a natural 20.
Oh!
Yeah. There's a glitch on my sheet, but I am very positive that a 22 and a natural 20 would hit. So...
Okay. Luckily, I have formulas, so
Thank you.
that'll be 33 damage.
Uh-oh. Let me grab my calculator. Thank you. 33?
Yes.
Yep.
This one will move right here. And given the choice to attack Tuffy or Gamataki, wonder what choice it would make.
Kill the frog.
Yeah, he's gonna attack the frog.
Those aren't your words talking. That's Bear.
21 probably hits,
Yep.
and a 22 probably hits.
Yes.
That is another 28 damage. Boy, and this one flanks.
Oh.
Does a 15 hit?
Nope.
That definitely hits. That's a 23. So that'll be 14 more damage. And that will be the turn of all of our Zarichas.
Jesus
So-
Christ!
I'm
So-
still living.
So, Do we want to use any of the party's legendary actions? Oh, I should add one of the legendary actions to the list because you now have access to Simon.
Let's go.
Can we use Simon?
Use Simon.
Alrighty. Let's have Simon take out yellow.
It's a good thing that Simon's is targeted.
Yes.
So, Eliza, since you're the one calling for it, go ahead and roll that d20, please.
Alrighty. Alrighty, on the dice that is a 15.
Simon probably has his own modifiers.
Yes.
That's
That will
really
hit. I need you to roll 2d6 and a d4.
2d6, okay, and 1d.
Alrighty, we got a 3, a 6, and a 4.
A
That's
3,
10.
a 6, and a 4.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, that's 12.
No, it isn't.
It's 13.
Ah.
That math wasn't mathing there, dude.
Sorry, I'm just dying.
I would like
go.
for you to do that attack again, please.
Oh, my
Again?
meat. I'm just dying.
Alrighty, okay, we got a 4, a 5, and a 3.
No, roll the attack.
Oh, roll the attack again? Okay,
Yes.
my bad. Alright, this time he got a 14. Oh, voice crack.
We'll still hit. We'll do the 4, the 5, and the 3.
Ready?
So that'll be 12 more damage, which is significant.
Mhm.
And that should end Simon, which leaves us with Yamataki. You're surrounded by Zoricha. What else is new?
Yeah.
Your life is torture.
I already couldn't stand looking at one of you. Okay, so, I think I'm going to pull out a GTA.
Fair dues.
Let's see, that's going to be a 22 to hit.
That will hit. Which one are you targeting?
I'm gonna target the red one.
Fair. Go ahead and roll damage.
All right. That is going to be 6 damage.
Also, my bad, guys. I forgot to change to the combat music for this fight. Because this fight has its own combat music. So let me just do that real quick. And how much was it?
6 damage.
You remembered to add your dex mod, correct?
I did. That's
Okay.
with my dex.
Okay. But damage is damage is damage, and hey, you do have multiple attacks.
I
so-
do have multiple attacks, and I'm going to go for it again. Does a dirty 20 hit?
If it meets, it beats.
Jesus!
Is that high AC?
Now that's going to be 8 slashing damage.
Should have bonus actions.
I should have bonus action. Such as, I'm going to, how about I do a flurry of blows?
Seems decent.
Alright, so, let's see here. We're gonna keep attacking the red one with, 2 unarmed strikies. Okay, so one of them is a 21 and the other one is a 23.
Both of those will hit. Unfortunately, I know that you have the ability to poison, but as I stated before, they are immune to poison.
Well, yeah, that's also why I didn't bother licking the blade, because I know I can do that.
Yep.
Alright, that's gonna be 12, no, that's gonna be 12 punchy damage.
Seems good.
And then I believe the last thing I can do is I can spend another key point to Fortnite Dance.
No, because that uses your bonus action and you're using your bonus action to flurry of blows.
Ah, never mind then.
Yeah, unfortunately you get one or the other, not both. That is the end of Gamataki's turn. Do we want to use anyone's Do we want to use anybody's legendary actions?
I say we wait.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just to make sure, we have actions for Simon.
In initiative is the full list of who we have who has legendary actions for the party. We have already used Simon's.
2, 1. And we can use one before or after anyone, right?
Really, after anyone.
Okay, after anyone.
Yes.
All right. In that case, you know what? Let's use Nurmak, since he's right there.
Tuffy, I need you to roll a d10.
D10. Okay.
Yes.
Let me figure out which of these is a D10.
It's one of the diamond ones.
I know.
Odds is going to be one thing, evens is going to be another.
8.
Evens. He'll attack red. He will attack red with a soul knife.
Tog?
So, do I roll to attack?
Yes, roll to attack.
Cool. All right, so on the die got an 18.
On the die, you got an 18.
Yes.
Well, I mean, that totals out to a 27. So
Jesus
cool.
Christ.
Red's taking 30 damage.
Okay. In that case, it's my turn.
That it would be.
How? Okay. Is this a? Wait, I need to double check. Is Rabbit Hop a bonus action? It is a. Okay, so I'm going to be using my turn, doing 2 things. 1, a Rabbit Hop, which is my bonus action. I get to move up to 5 times my proficiency, so 15. I'm only going to need to expend 10 feet of movement. I do not provoke opportunity attacks by doing this. Bam. Hi, Bear. I'm gonna, because I saw everyone attack Gamataki, I'm going to lay on hands, and which is my action. That's going to, that is going to give him, I will give him, 20 points. So Gamataki heal up by 20 points of HP.
Alright. Yay.
Given that everything is attacking you that for 14 damage apiece, or it seems, that should allow you to survive an extra hit or two. That will be my turn.
All right. Do we want to use any of the legendary actions? We still have Garuk, Kaya, the Bully Boys, Amut, and Dorian. So in other words, the ones that you guys already had previously.
You know what? How about we have Dorian go, let's go gambling.
Let's go gambling! In that case, Gamataki, I need you to roll a d6, and I'm going to let them move freely, not worry about like how much movement they're spending.
Alright. That is a 3.
3. So I think it's most realistic if he has to target yellow, because this has to be melee.
Yeah.
Wait, does it just... I mean, we already know what this does. So... So roll a d20.
Okay.
This is his first vampiric touch attack.
That is a 16 on the dice.
That'll hit. Go ahead and roll 3d6, please.
That is a 1, 3, and 5.
1, 3, and 5. So that'll be a total of 8. Which is a neat amount of damage. Second vampiric touch attack, please.
Alright. That is a 13 on the dice.
That's not going to do it.
Damn.
Not with these guys. But damage is damage is damage is damage. So now that Dorian has acted, Bear, it is your turn. You can currently still act as yourself.
Cool. I'm going to move to here.
Blue does move with you.
Bear is uncaring of the thing that is inside him. The frog, as much as Bear and he have their disagreements, yeah, the frog is in danger. So I'm going to attack recklessly because of course I am. So let's make these 2 attacks with advantage.
Show them who the superior fire type is.
Okay, advantage is a hell of a drug. I roll a crit and a total of 27.
Both of them are going to hit. And one of those,
Yeah,
as stated, is going to crit.
Let's roll that crit first. It's a crit. What do you do on crits? That's right, you smite.
Let's go gambling!
Let's go gambling, everybody.
With your life.
I'm gonna gamble with someone else's life today.
What both Bear and Dorian do is they go gambling.
I'm noticing a lot of gambling tonight.
We have an explosion. We start with an explosion.
Yeah.
A second explosion. Okay. So we have 10, 24, 22, 34, 45, 6, 50, 58. We're going to go for magic piercing, 58 magic piercing damage on purple.
Calculator.
Is it dead?
No.
Make a strength saving throw.
I mean, it may not seem that way right now, but these guys are pretty strong.
Make a strength saving throw.
24.
Fuck. No one's ever going to fail any of my saves. It is not restrained, unfortunately.
So sad for you.
Anyway, second attack. It's not dead yet, so Bear's going to smite again.
Fair dues.
Oh, we're not doing all that much this time. That's unfortunate. It takes 15 cold damage, and I get 5 temporary hit points.
All right. It's looking real weak. And that should be Bear's turn.
Okay, so no, it's not. For Bear's bonus action, green, purple, and red need to make wisdom saves, please. Thank you.
Green, purple, and red. Green got a 14.
Yes.
Purple got an 18.
Oh.
Red got a 7. So green
Okay,
and red
so-
fail.
Green and red fail. They're afraid of Bear for a minute. Oh no, they're frightened of Bear till the end of my next turn. They must use their actions to escape or cower in fear. As
Which thing are you using?
Daunting Roar.
Oh, okay.
It's the Leonin trait.
Okay.
They are afraid of me. They are afraid of me till the end of my next turn. They must use their actions to either escape or cower in fear.
See. Cool.
And that is Bear's turn.
Excellent.
I need to invest in a bigger weapon.
So, legendary actions. Who got them?
What do the bully boys do?
They get to attack each of them.
That could be
Nick
useful.
also wanted to call upon the bully boys.
Go ahead, you can do it.
Oh, you can. That doesn't make much difference. You're allowed to bully boy.
So the bully boys are here.
The bully boys are here.
So I'm going to need attack rolls against each of the 5 that can be attacked.
Okay, I have a dice for each of them. Okay, we have one that's probably not going to work, one that might, one that definitely won't, one that probably will, and one that absolutely will. Okay, so yellow got a 3 on the dice,
Not getting hit.
green got a 6 on the dice,
Not gonna hit.
pink got a 9,
Not gonna hit.
red got a 13,
Nope.
and purple's being crit.
Damn.
So I would like you to roll 2d8s, please.
2d8.
Mm-hmm.
That is a 4. That is 2 on both.
Okay. So a total of 8 damage. It's still there.
That's what you get for not fearing bear.
And please make sure, if I forget, to remind me that red and green are afraid of bear.
Gotcha.
I think there's a little fear icon you can put on them, but
I'll just put that one. Hopefully I don't have to use it for anything else. So that will be the bully boys. And the next turn belongs to Ick.
Ick. Ick's turn is not going to be very interesting. Ick wants to protect the squishy ones behind her. So Ick will look at and remind herself what the actual thing is called. Ick will use the symbiotic entity. Ick will do that. So that's activating all the little spores and getting some temp hit points, and yeah.
Ooh. How many temps?
Alrighty.
It was 4 for each druid level, so pretty decent amount. Just put a little glue on me. There we go. And Ick doesn't have much to do with her bonus action, so she will shillelagh.
Shillelagh.
Yeah.
Roll to hit, please.
Oh no, she casts the shillelagh, so it doesn't.
Just cast it.
Whatever.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So do we want to use any of the party's legendary actions?
I would like to.
We have Garuk, Kaya, and a Moot still available.
A bot likes fireballing, but I don't know if there's a good, clean fireball area for him. I think. So. What did Kaya do?
Kaya had the straight line attack. With her, I am going to care about her movement because hers is so powerful that I need to.
Yep.
But again,
And
she can avoid hitting allies. So
Okay. Okay, let's use her.
okay.
Get him, Kaya!
So her movement is able to bring her to. Well, actually, hang on. That's 15. Fuck, I need to go back to where. we started because I need to measure this out properly. Okay, that can be 15. Can get here with 25. They is probably in the same space as Bedrinus, so not a big deal. Get to 30. And the reason that matters is so that she can land on the other side and attack both yellow and pink. So I'm going to need one attack roll that's going to determine if she hits both of them.
Dun, dun, dun. 17.
That will hit. Roll 66, please.
I do not have... Eliza, do you have 66?
Yes, I do. Give me one second.
Eliza's a sorcerer. Of course she has 66. She has to have the fireball dice.
Alright, give me a sec. Alright.
I still.
Okay. Ooh, that's quite a bit. Let me write these down for you real quick. Let's send
I will
everything
pet the
low.
cat.
Alright, you pet the kitty. Okay, let's see. We got... There you go, 66.
That is 23 to yellow and pink. Very nice.
Alrighty.
And now, Eliza, it's your turn.
Alright. I am tempted to cast something on our barbarian, but I feel like the monk needs it a little bit more. Gamma,
Is it?
Yep.
get hasted.
Ooh.
That way you have a little more AC.
I do like more AC.
You also have more attacks.
True.
Yeah. Alrighty.
No.
What?
That was me doing JoJo.
Oh, okay.
Oh, it cut out a bit.
Yeah, I did a little bit. I'm going to back up just a little bit, right beside my cousin.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna end my turn there.
All right. We have Garuk Wildspeaker and we have Amut Ugin remaining.
Could we flavor that Amut may have access to Chromatic Orb?
Yes. We can do that.
Alrighty. Would everyone be okay to use Amut?
Yeah.
Yep. I'm
Yeah.
happy.
Alrighty. Alrighty. That is a 15 on the dice.
And he is going to choose fire damage. You don't get to choose what type of damage it is.
Yeah, of course.
Because it's his attack.
Right.
Who are we aiming it at?
Let's go for yellow. You know, try to slow down the line a little bit, you know?
Okay. Well, then roll that 3d8 damage,
Fire.
please. 3d8 fire damage.
Alright, okay. Ooh, he got some pretty damn good rolls. The total is 877.
That's 22 damage.
Alrighty. And that'll do it.
Ika!
Oh yeah, my turn. Oh, probably move here, and I'm gonna cast the Spirit Guardians at 3rd level. So, all my, only if picking picking everyone but the enemies that we're fighting, basically.
Mm-hmm.
Would I also be flying as well?
Do you want to
Or-
be?
Well, how high is the ceiling?
I am going to say that on this floor, the ceilings are narrow enough where you wouldn't really be able to impose disadvantage on them with flying.
Ah, okay, never mind. I think that's it, really.
Alrighty. Do we want to use Garuk now, or wait until after Badrinus?
I think we could use him now. I think it doesn't really make much difference.
Okay. Whoever wants to determine who Garuk is attacking, I'm going to say that no, yellow's technically an option. Who other than blue? Yeah, everybody's an option. So where do we want Garuk to go?
Purple.
Purple.
Prapple.
His hair is purple.
One of you guys roll a d20, please.
All right. Who's gonna do it? Because I can do it if no one wants.
Hey, yeah, go ahead.
Okay. That's a 15 on the die.
Hit.
All right.
Roll 2d6, please.
I know what a d6 is. Cool. First roll is a 6. Second roll is also a 6.
That's going to be maximum damage. Roll to attack again.
That's even better, a 16.
That definitely hits. Roll damage.
2. 1. That's gonna be 3.
Purple is still standing, but barely. Padrinus!
Alrighty, so first off, bonus action, symbiotic armor. So that should bring my AC up a little bit.
Yep.
And then,
Considering this is close quarters, a very good time to do that.
and yeah, haven't done this spell in a while. How about some magic missiles?
Ooh.
No
Sure.
save, just damage.
And I want to upcast that up to 4th level.
To 4th level!
So, just gonna get let me see, I'm trying to think, it's one, an extra dart for every level, plus the 3 to start with, so that's 6 darts.
Where are you firing these 6 darts?
All of them are gonna get 1, purple's getting 2.
Roll 1d4 plus 1. Just do the roll a single time.
Alrighty, so, this one is a 4.
Right. So you roll the 4 on the 1d4?
Yes.
Okay, so it's going to be 5 damage for each dart.
Okay, oh, gotcha.
Is how we're going to do it.
Okay, gotcha, okay.
Instead of roll, because technically that's actually the way you're supposed to do it.
I'll roll them individually.
No. The way you're supposed to do it is roll all of them at once. Is roll one time, and that's the damage that each dart does.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
Not everybody knows that though. That being said, purple's the fuck out of here.
Woot.
That's what you get for not being afraid of bear.
and
That is what he gets for not being afraid of bear.
okay. And yeah, that will be the end of my turn.
Excellent. So now we go to the top of the round again.
Yep.
It is their turn. We're going to handle the simplest turns first. Green,
Spirit, gotta roll the wisdom saving throw, because it's in the area for the first. It's in the area of spirit guardians. Because it started
It's
to
also-
turn inside it. Oh,
hold on. What do you mean? Let me. Or it's the turn there. We're not at the end of the turn yet.
oh yeah.
That being said, and I'm gonna do all the rolls like basically back to back for that. Because spoiler warning, none of them are leaving. Well, none of them are really going to be able to. Like green and red are the most likely to leave because they are afraid of bear. Green is going to
They
back
should
up
be.
into the. Green is going to back up into the corner. Gamataki, this does trigger an attack of opportunity.
Alrighty. Ooh. 23.
23 will hit. Roll damage, please.
I shall roll damage. Yep, CC is here. That's gonna be 6.
CC does 6 damage.
6 damage.
Thank you, CC.
And green has to cower in that corner because has no way to get around bear. Red is
Bear is
also
just staring down at him.
when moving here, when moving the first space to get away from bear, both bear and Tuffy get attacks of opportunity on red.
Oh, that's cool. That's funny.
No, you already know.
All right. What do I roll for this again?
You roll an attack.
Okay. What do I add to that? My proficiency and anything else?
What weapon are you using?
I will be using the axe.
Then add your strength to it.
Oh, okay. Cool. Dirty 20.
If it meets, it beats.
I need to check something.
I'll say this is just a regular one-handed, so 1d8. That being said, 8 damage. So
What's your strength modifier? You add that to the damage.
11.
Okay. I know you're not saying your strength modifier is 11.
I know.
Embarrass for your attack of opportunity.
It's taking damage. Lots of it, I think.
Could you tell me what the roll is, please?
A natural 20.
I see.
As I said, it's taking damage. My maths has broken me in. 11, 17, 25. Which of these two is more annoying to him? 25 fire damage. Make a Constitution saving throw.
$25 fire damage and a con save.
Well, wouldn't it be funny if it didn't even need to do the con save because it's dead?
Ooh, 11.
You take 5 fire damage. You are on fire.
Oh no.
Oh yes.
It
The
has
fire
been
type-
burned.
The fire type is on fire.
Tell you right now that it's incredibly likely that red is going to die at the end of the turn, so it's just going to cower. It is going to wind up cowering in the corner. Next, the second most least complicated of the turns
A big one.
is going to be yellow and pink.
Ik would like to use her reaction to Halo of Spores.
Remind me what that does again?
That gives yellow in this case a con save for damage.
Well, you have to do that when yellow's actually doing something.
It's at the start of his turn.
Oh, well.
Pocket s'mores.
Con save is 13.
Needed 16, so he fails.
All right, and what
He
does that
takes
do on a
2d6. Oh, that's decent. 8 damage.
Okay.
Okay, now continue, Mr. Yellow.
Mr. Yellow's going to attack you.
Understandable.
Just hit me with spores. I'll kill you.
I mean, Spore is an annoying
what?
move.
Sorry, what kind of damage were those?
Necrotic, I think. Let me check. Yes.
Okay. Just wanted to make sure that he shouldn't. Nope, should not resist that. I'd imagine a 12 doesn't hit you, right?
Nah,
What about a 24?
that does.
14 damage, please. Thank you for shopping at Walmart.
Okay. 14. I've got 32.
Hey, you know who doesn't like Gamataki? I hope a 13 doesn't hit you.
No, it does not.
And that's a nat 1. Pink is just not having a good day.
Guys, we found the weakest link.
It's Blue's
Look,
turn.
Gamataki,
which mean-
you might win a fight here.
It's Blue's turn, which means it's Bear's turn. Bear, I'm going to need you to move diagonally to Gamataki, please. I'm going to need you to move right here. No, right here.
On the table.
Thank you.
Okay, so you said diagonally, so I moved diagonally from where I was.
Oh. That's my bad. I should have just marked the position in the first place. I'm going to need you to attack Gamataki twice. Let's do the first attack first, shall we?
That is not going to hit Gamataki.
What is it?
I can tell you. It's a 3 on the dice for a total of 11.
Okay. That shouldn't hit Gamataki. I'm going to need you to attack Gamataki with your second attack now.
Gamataki is taking damage.
Tell me what the roll is.
That's a 19 on the dice.
All right, that's definitely going to hit. I'm going to need you to use your smite on this damage, please.
This motherfucker's using my goddamn ability.
Yes, because it gets to act as you.
That's fuck. Okay, roll max on that and not max on that. So we are looking at 24 magic piercing.
Gamataki, take 24 magic piercing, please.
Ow.
Make a strength save.
All right.
You do have haste.
Ooh, that is a dirty 20.
You are not restrained.
Which is very good. All right. Blue's blue no longer has your turn because it's done all the things that it can do on your turn. Do you have bonus actions, actually?
I do have bonus actions, yeah.
What kind of bonus actions you got?
Ones I've already used.
Okay. So basically rage.
Rage and the Daunting Roar.
Yeah, I can't do another daunting roar. Okay. So you get to make a wisdom save to get out of its control.
I think I succeed.
What'd you get?
22.
Yeah, you succeed.
Get
So
the
I'm just
fuck
going
out.
to move you to the back, and he's out.
Get the fuck out of my head. You're next.
Zoink, Scoob. It literally says that.
Unfortunately, it's too stupid to remember that it can crit fish, so it didn't recklessly attack.
That's fair. And I would imagine it should have remembered that because it's also a barbarian. Anyway, I'm going to remove the symbol for that, and we do the Spirit Guardian saves now. I remembered that. I'm just gonna remove red because red dies to it regardless.
Get fucked. Get fucked. That's what you get for being a... That's what you get.
Green got a dirty 20, so green is taking half damage. Didn't you already roll the 3d8 for that, Ika? Why are you rolling it again?
I thought it counted as blue entering the space from bear.
No, blue was already there.
Ah, okay, never mind. Disregard the 17.
Okay, and by the way, just so you know, if Bear had failed the wisdom save, Bear would have needed to make another whiz save for Spirit Guardians, because on that turn, Bear would have been an enemy.
Ah.
So, and that would have been really funny.
That would be really funny, but it's funnier to actually see them get hit.
That's true. So, green, we're going to round the damage up to 10 damage. Yellow, we'll do pink next. Pink fails. Pink takes the full 19. I have to do math. Arg.
Oh no.
Blue, I'm going to say
Nope.
technically should be in the space. Yellow, if yellow fails, yellow dies. 17. Does yellow die?
Let me have a look. What's my...
What's your spell save DC?
I think it's 16.
So
Yes.
it narrowly escapes death then.
Yeah.
And as for blue, because blue, all right, blue fails. I'm going to say that blue takes the damage. The main reason I'm saying that is because blue would have actually ended its turn in bear space.
What's cool is that even if they had Bear had failed the save, Ika can designate people who are unaffected by it.
Yeah.
Any number of creatures.
Yeah. And one of the people I've designated was bear.
Okay, fair enough. So bear would already be immune to it.
It is a really cool spell, and it is the subject of a set of stacking spells that I love. Spirit Shroud and Spirit Guardians are bullshit together. Try it. I promise it will be fun.
Oh, nice.
So that is the end of the Zoricha's turn. Do we want to use anybody's legendary action? We probably should.
I think Garrick is seeing the blue be free and would like to attack immediately.
I agree. I think
makes
Derek would
sense.
love to do that. I think you should roll a d20 to see what happens when that happens.
That was my buddy!
I think he's smart enough. Garrick may be a bruiser, but he's smart enough to move into a position to get a bonus to hit.
Yeah, let's just move him into flank. So that would be probably Tuffy making these 2 attacks.
Oh, okay. I'll make the 2 attacks. Okay, so the first one, it is a 12 on the die.
12 on the die. No.
Okay. That's unfortunate. Hey, second roll's a lot better. 18.
Yeah, that'll do it. I think last time I had you do 2d6, but it should be a d12 because he uses a great axe.
Okay, so let's do a d12.
Hey, 2d6 is higher average damage, so...
That's an 11.
So a total of 15 damage. And at some point I need to write down the exact way that these abilities work. So that I have it, so that I can like properly check and balance them properly too. Anyway. Gamataki, you're up.
You are hasted, remember that.
You are hasted.
I do. Yep, I have the shoe there for a reason. So,
Shoe.
Gamataki gonna go to town with that GT on Pink.
Won't you take me to Funky Town?
Yep. Yeah, like, cause I know haste gives me like another action, and I can still do an extra attack even after that.
Basically,
Yeah.
your attack with your attack action, the way that extra attack works, it means your attack action is now 2 attacks.
Oh, so I can basically do 4 attacks.
Yes.
Yep, and then you can use a bonus action to unarmed strike.
That is true.
Haste
Right,
the
but
mark.
he-
They get more attacks than everyone else.
Yeah.
I'm gonna use 4 of my attacks on Pig. He's gonna go to
says
town with that
haste?
GT.
And then
Who the fuck says
bonus
haste
ac-
is useless?
And then bonus action, Flurry Blows gets 6.
Okay. Okay, so let's see. Okay, 2 of them are definitely a miss. One of them is a dirty 20, and then the other one is a 24.
2 of them are dirty 20 and one of them's a 24?
Yeah, well, one's a dirty 20, the other's a 24. The other 2, they're definitely
Okay,
gonna miss.
so those 2 are going to hit. Roll damage on those.
All right. Need to get the actual dice here. That's gonna be. Wait, no, hold on. Let me also. That's gonna be 21 damage.
21 damage to Pink. Very good, very good.
And as much as I would like to do my bonus action for extra damage, I kind of want to spend a key point to Fortnite Dance because I'm dying.
That's why I casted haste on you. I was so scared.
That will be Gamataki's turn. Most likely we're using a legendary action. We have only used Garuks at the moment. So who we doing?
Let's go gambling!
Let's
Also,
go gambling!
I
Let's
should
go get-
remind you, Captain Speedfrog, it adds +2 to your AC.
Yep.
Okay. So let's go gambling. Roll that d6.
What do you- A D6?
Yes.
4.
That is going to be red mana.
Oh, we haven't done Rad Mana yet.
Let's go get me.
You know, Bear's pissed at this whole facility being a thing, and it seems Bear's dice are also pissed at this facility.
And in turn, it's making Dorian very pissed.
Natural 20.
The moon haunts you.
We're attacking yellow, by the way. Oh, yellow has
Yep.
5 HP left, vaporized. Let's do another one against pink, shall we?
Yay.
17 on the dice this time.
That's enough to hit. Roll a d10.
I like to think, just like he could,
That's a
like
3.
Dorian.
Actually, wait, no, not a d10. Roll. What's?
D20.
No.
12? What spell are you casting?
I'm trying to remember the name of the stupid spell.
What does it do?
all I'm gonna say is
Burning hands?
No.
It's definitely not burning hands. There's too many allies in the way.
Yeah.
Hang on.
I like to imagine Dorian literally looked in the direction of where Yellow was, and Yellow just instantly died.
That's basically what happened. That's just factually how that worked.
No,
Scorching Ray, that's what it is.
Wamu Shinderu.
It's 2d6. Roll 2d6.
That's a total of 4.
Unfortunate.
Unfortunate.
So Pink takes 4 fire damage. And then his eye turns back to normal. That would be Tuffy's turn now.
Okay. Tuffy's turn is going to probably be you know what? Wait, is Bardic Inspiration bonus action?
The bonus action to give someone a Bardic Inspiration.
Cool. Hey, I've decided after all that, eek. You get a bonus act. You get a Bardic Inspiration die.
Yay. I've
Equal
forgotten how
to-
they work. Hold on.
I can use this feature up to my charisma. Because I am only no, it says. Okay, so when it says, I believe it's a D6 currently because I'm only 4th level. Fourth level bard.
I will note that that one secret thing that is going on while it has that Bardic Inspiration, that is relevant to whether or not we trigger that or not.
Okay, well, at the very least, you get an extra D6, and
Ability check, attack roll, or saving throw. Yay.
And I'm going to use this opportunity to Kamataki's been hurt a lot. Let's go ahead and cure wounds. Upcast to level 3.
Cure them wounds.
Okay, so that first roll's a 6. The second roll is a 4. Third roll's a 3. So that's 13 plus my spellcasting ability modifier, which is
your charisma modifier.
So that's 18 points healed.
Nice. TP, I'm like, I need healing.
If it makes you feel any better,
Hi, Skin.
that's what I've been doing.
Yeah.
Gabataki really is every DPS character in either Marvel Rivals or Overwatch. Because they did the same thing in Overwatch.
Tuffy's just like, I need DPS. I need damage.
A reminder that Tuffy is a Valor Bard, so that inspiration can be used to buff AC when you take damage, or buff damage when you hit someone as well.
Okay.
It is specifically combat inspiration that allows you to do the normal stuff plus more damage or buff AC.
Okay.
Yes. So, that'll be my turn.
Do we want any legendary actions happen?
You know what? Can I pick another one? Does anyone mind if I pick another one if someone else rolls?
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
boys. Bully
It's
boys.
the bully boys.
The bully boys.
Bully them.
Bully boys.
So, who wants to roll the bully boys attacking 2 people?
I can.
No. No, 3 people actually. Green's still there.
Green's
So-
still there.
Yeah.
Green is still there. For now.
Alright.
In the corner.
So,
crying.
Adrenas, go ahead and roll the attacks. We'll do them in order of pink, green, blue.
Alrighty. Pink.
That's the order on my initiative sheet. I mean, what?
Okay, 11.
No.
Okay. 18.
Green? Yes.
And 14.
Yes. So we will go ahead and roll dabblage.
Alrighty.
We'll be rolling a D8.
D8. Alrighty. Okay, that'd be a 3.
We'll add 4 to that. So that'll be 7 dabblage to each of them. Like, one of the things about that is they get less raw numbers on the damage than some of the other legendary actions, but they spread it around, like, way more.
Hey, sometimes you only need that 1 hit point, you know?
Mm-hmm. Bear!
So, Blue, you're in a very compromising position here. I have been pre-rolling my stuff because it is long.
Oh no.
Because I roll a lot of dice for my turns. Okay, does a dirty 20 hit them?
Meets it beats.
Okay. The other one's a natural 20, so... Okay, we'll roll the natural first, because this fucker tried to possess me for a bit. So, damage is totaled all up at 8, 16, 38, 42, 50, psychic damage. 50 psychic damage.
Okay.
Make a wisdom saving throw.
That's a 6.
You are frightened for a minute! Everyone should be afraid of bear!
I think he's going to be alive for a minute. Because there's another attack that needs to do damage, isn't there?
Yeah. However, there's someone in the corner who's cowering for a bit, who won't be cowering for very long. And such. I provoke if it wants to try.
I will say he will try.
He has disadvantage.
Is that a specific effect of the
frightened condition?
Of the frightened condition in general. I'd imagine with fight or flight, he would try it anyway.
Yeah.
Does a 27 hit you?
Fucking what?
Sorry, not a 27. A dirty 20.
Yeah, it does. How the fuck?
Yeah.
All right.
Lowest was a 12 on the die. It's got a +8.
Okay.
So that'll be 14 damage.
Okay, hang on. Something happens here. It takes 5. It takes 5 cold damage.
All right.
It'd be funny if that was enough to just be like, boop.
It is not.
I am not smiting the coward in the corner.
I would like to note
So-
that he will not necessarily be frightened at the end of this turn.
No, he just won't be. As soon as my turn ends, the frightening condition leaves him.
Well, I say not necessarily, because if you roll the thing again, then he might be frightened again.
I said I'm not smiting.
Oh, okay.
That is a 13 piercing.
Okay. That should be everything.
Believe so.
So we haven't had Kaya, Amut, Nerm, or Simon act in this round yet for the legendary actions.
May I use Nerm?
Sure. I need you to roll a d10 first.
Okay. That will be a 2.
All right, even. Which target do you want to attack?
You know what? Let's go with our little blue friend there.
Roll to attack.
Ready? Nerm got a natural 20.
Ooh.
So,
Damn it!
like, so like,
I had that man locked down. that the fucker wouldn't have been able to do anything.
you know what? It is in character for Nerm to be a kill stealer.
He was going to be useless for the rest of the fight.
Nerm
He could have
just
attacked someone who could do something. You bastard!
Nerm gives you the thumbs up.
Trust me, better to finish him off.
Lions come out of nowhere and devour Nerm.
That doesn't happen. That doesn't happen. Stop.
Rocks.
Cease.
Rocks fall specifically Nerm.
Ick, it's your turn.
Ick. So remind Ick, how does flanking work?
+2.
Okay. And with the Bardic Inspiration, just going by what it says, just double check, I can choose to use it after I roll, but before you tell me the result, right?
Yes.
Yep.
You can also wait for the result and then say, I'm adding this to my damage.
Okay.
I will say,
If you hit.
Go ahead and tell me what the number is on the die first, before anything.
On my roll to hit, or?
Yes.
Okay. And just on the die, you mean?
Yes.
Yep. Okay, that's 15 on the die, no mods or anything.
What are the mods on that then?
Hold on.
I think that we include the +2.
23.
Oh,
+2, yeah.
Okay. Then the thing doesn't happen, and you hit.
Yay. What? Let me remember what I'm hitting for. Okay. And I will add the inspiration to this attack roll.
To the damage.
Well, that was a poor regular roll, but very good inspiration roll. So that is 12 damage.
12 damage, okay.
Yay. And Ick thinks she will stay here.
Alright. That ends that turn. We have some legendary actions. Kaya hasn't acted, Amut hasn't acted, and Simon.
Ick hasn't called upon the Amut yet. Go
Pew,
Dragon
pew.
Man.
Pew pew, roll some d20s for me. 2 of them.
Two?
Specifically.
Oh, that is a D12. That's not what I want. There we go. Okay, that's 13 and 5.
The 13 will hit. Go ahead and roll me a d10.
Yep. There's my D10. Dun, da, 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 dun, da, da, da. Ooh, 9.
Very nice. Yes, unfortunately, Amut is weaker in situations where he can't just AoE everything.
Yeah, I figured. He yearns to fireball.
I think that's part of the balance with him, is that he is weaker in those situations. But anyway, that's going to be Ick and the legendary action turn. Eliza!
Alrighty. I'm going chromatic orb on pink.
What damage type are you picking?
I am picking lightning.
Okay.
That'll be a 21 to hit.
That will hit. Roll that beautiful bean footage.
Ready? Okay, give me a sec. 4, 7, 8.
That's enough. Goodbye.
Bye-bye.
We have legendary actions now, unless you want to do something else.
Can I go gambling?
I think we already did.
We already did Dorian
Okay.
this round.
Okay. So
We have Kaya and Simon.
Alright, let's go Simon, I guess.
Let's go, Simon!
Let's go, Simon!
Simon's
You know what?
dead
Tuffy,
guy.
how about... Tuffy, you want to do your cousin?
Alright. I rolled a hit.
Go ahead. Yeah, roll a d20 first.
Alright. So. Yeah. Let me. Better read on this sometimes. 15 on the die.
Yeah, that'll hit. Roll 2d6 on a d4.
2d6, d4. 2d6, d4. 2d6, d4. 5, 6, 4, 15.
Okay. All right. And roll the second attack.
All right. That's not a d20. Okay, that's a 3. That's not hitting shit.
That's not hitting, no. And unfortunately, Simon cannot trigger your thing.
Unfortunate.
Anyway. So that'll end that turn. Ika.
Second level spiritual weapon.
Okay.
Just attack with it on the green.
Mm-hmm.
17 a hit.
That will miss.
Oh. I will then dodge as a main action.
Okay. The last legendary action you guys have left is Kaya. Do you want to use it now or wait until after Badrinus?
I think Kaya could do some sniping.
Yeah, I'm okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have Kaya be able to land basically where she is because of the fact that it's only one enemy.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it gets really stupid doing Kaya's ability into an enemy in the corner. So go ahead and roll a d20, please.
All right. That is going to be a 12 on the dice.
I'll say that hits.
Okay.
66, right?
Yep.
All right. Oh, she's got some good. Alright. I will type these down real quick.
Gotta love that targeted fireball.
I know, right? Hey, come on, Discord, you can do it. Oh yeah, that's... There you go.
That's 20.
Not very big, but still damage.
Damage is damage is damage is damage.
Yep.
So, Padrinas, it's your turn.
Alrighty, let's do some Ray of Frosting.
Ray of Frosting. Make sure the cake is properly decorated.
Alrighty. Okay, so let's see. Ranged spell. 15.
15 does not hit.
Damn. Okay.
Yeah, this guy's got some absurd AC.
Alright.
Wait, did you factor in your spell attack bonus?
No, I always forget to do that.
I was about to say.
Yeah, I always forget my bonuses. Alright, so 15 plus 8, so 23 then.
That hits.
Okay, 2d8.
Ice him.
11.
11 damage. Okay. We're at the top of the round. Green has one shot at escape. And that one shot is to attempt to reconfigure Bear. Bear, I need you to make a wisdom save. Bear is muted, probably BRB.
I have a silly question.
What's that?
I know the effects of silvery barbs typically requires as written. The condition
Hello.
is hello.
Bear, you need to make a
Listen.
wisdom save.
I heard. I'm just reconfiguring the lounge room while we play. So
How ironic.
yeah, I heard. I'm moving I'm moving a PC out of the lounge room. So if it's not my turn or I'm not being attacked, I'm not here. I can, however, still hear you.
Okay,
21.
fine. Now, the thing is, it does add its hit die to this, because this is its hit die ability. Add its hit die to the DC. And I have to tell you, because of that, this DC is higher than it normally would be. And if it meets, it beats. So you save.
Most people ask for consent first.
Bear will not let that happen again.
Turn, do we want to use a legendary action, or do we want to...
Savage right there. You know what? Okay, so first roll's a 13.
Yeah, that hits. Go ahead and roll damage.
2d6 plus d4.
Yes.
Okay, 4, 6. One. 11.
With his +4 to with his +4 from its ability modifier, it's exactly enough. How do you want to do this?
Okay, so it's a flaming sword, right?
Yes.
All right. After Bear says his little line, he just quickly just goes for the throat. Just
Goes decapitates.
yep.
Who's next in the initiative order? Gamataki's next in the initiative order. Gamataki, I need you to roll a d10.
Already. We actually get a d10 out. Okay. That is a 3.
That's odd.
There's an odd.
What's your AC?
My AC. Are we counting with the haste or without it?
With the haste.
Okay. 19.
Unfortunately, Nerm hits you.
Oh boy.
Take 30 damage. I need everyone else to make a perception check, please.
That puts me to 0.
Oh shit.
It did roll a good perception check. Hold on, what is her perception?
I
That
got a dirty
is-
20.
That is 27.
Put your perception checks in rolling room, please. That'll make it easier to keep track.
Yep.
I will say that Eliza and Ick notice it. One of his eyes ends up looking like it's like because it's like basically got like sort of metal all over it. He's like wincing in pain when the soul knife leaves him and goes through Gamataki, and Gamataki once again ends up getting knocked unconscious.
Even when we win the fight, you fall unconscious.
What the heck?
Rock can't catch a break.
There
The
was...
heck?
I will tell the party what the fuck I just saw.
Need to do that. The hell do you mean you didn't mean to do that? I mean, I didn't mean to do... I don't know how to explain it any fucking further than that.
There
What
must be
happened?
another Zoricha.
So who's the one who uses soul knife?
No.
Can we act out of initiative here?
You are technically still in initiative.
It just means we have to talk about
So,
it.
Tuffy, it's your turn.
Should I move a step back because I moved forward a bit?
All right.
Yeah, move step back. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm under remote. Thank you.
All right. I'm going to listen. I'm sorry. I'm gonna cast Hold Person. Make a Wisdom save.
Bad news.
What?
It's well, do you want the good news or the bad news first?
Bad news first, then good news.
All right. The bad news is He got a 22.
That's absolutely going to beat the save.
I have good news, though. You can change what that roll is.
I can take. Oh.
You have portent rolls now.
So what I want you to do is I want you to spend one of your hit die and get rid of that 9 because it's being used to make sure that whole person goes through. You foresaw this coming. Because it was forecast.
Portent. You've got portent. You're a divination wizard now.
Awesome.
All right.
You are the first to unlock your level 9 ability.
I'm right here.
All right. So let's get rid
And
of.
I want you to roll a new one to replace the 9.
Okay. To replace the 9. So
Yes.
I just replace. So I just roll a d20.
Yes.
All right.
That's
a
so cool.
19.
This is right there. I'm kidding.
That is a 19
That's so cool.
on the die.
You got 2 people who can portent
Sorry,
rolls.
what did you get on the die?
On the die, a 19.
Okay. That's the only number that matters is the number on the die.
Okay.
So now you have a 19 and a 16.
Okay.
I will say this only has to be something where it's related to something you're doing or something someone who has your bardic inspiration is doing.
Ah.
Okay.
Oh, that's such a cool mechanic. Well done, Boone. I love that. Hit dice, constantly refreshing portent.
Okay.
I love that. That's so cool.
So, like, for example, with Ick having it, like, let's say Ick was trying to make Nurm do the save. Since Ick has a bardic inspiration, Ick could also do that.
Yay.
Or you could also do that for Ick's spells. Or if Ick was being targeted with an attack, you could make the attack miss as well. So who you target with bardic inspiration is also who else you want to be able to use your portent with.
Okay.
So Nurm is held.
That is so cool.
And now I'm going to say that you're out of initiative.
Bear is going to walk over to Nurm. I need to check something.
What are you checking for?
Okay. Just checking something.
Has Frog Friend been stabilized?
Not yet. I don't have. I don't have a spell that can
Gamataki, make a d20 roll, please.
Okay. That is a 16.
Okay, that's a pass death save. Congratulations.
I will. Can I take out one of my can I give pour my potion of healing into Gama's mouth to stabilize him?
Yes, and that will also heal him and put him back above 0 HP.
Alrighty. Since this is technically me giving the potion, Gama, you want to roll your how much HP you get back?
Sure. What do I roll?
What was it? It's like 1d4, I think.
1d4? Okay.
1d4 plus, I believe, 2.
Alright. That is 5.
Alright.
And Tuffy, if you look in special mechanics, your forecast ability has been added. Not a lot of text, but it means a lot of things.
Portent is so fucking cool. And you've got a refreshing portent.
That's neat.
Like, there are limitations in its use, obviously, but it still does a lot of things.
Yeah.
You could force yourself or someone with your bardic inspiration to crit if you roll a 20 for it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's neat. That is.
Yeah. It's terrifying. Portent is so cool, and you've got a refreshing one.
And this also
Anyway.
means we have 2 party members with portent.
Yes! We have 2 people with portent. Which makes it twice as cool. I really at one point want to run a game where there's just divination wizards who just fuck with everyone else's rolls.
And they're all halflings with lucky feet.
Oh yeah, halflings with halfling luck and lucky.
That's exactly where my brain is going.
So
Like,
I
just
should,
re-rolls everywhere.
I should probably write on my sheet what the current rules are.
Yes,
Yes.
I believe you should.
So
I will say that after you finish a long rest, much like a regular divination wizard, I probably should be making you, after a long rest, re-roll your rolls.
I can do that.
Yes, every long rest is a good idea.
Because that way you can't just hoard your 20s.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Forever.
Oh, I
So-
I
Yeah.
totally get that.
That's typically what I do.
Yeah.
That's
Like,
But
you are
that's what you have to do.
you
That
are
is-
supposed to re-roll them after a long rest.
that is cool. That is great.
So, this guy. Did we get an explanation as to what happened?
I believe we haven't had a chance to do any kind of investigation into what happened yet. So
What happened?
I became machine.
It did what now?
Became machine.
Bear being the only one who was reconfigured for a bit. Pauses. And then turns back to our good friend over here.
Bear, roll a d10, please.
A D10.
Mhm.
That's an odd dice to tell me to roll. Oh, okay. 7.
That is odd. When you look into his eyes, one of them once again has become mechanical.
He's paralyzed right now thanks to the whole person, right?
Yes.
Cool.
And you can see, like, there's a lot of pain on his face. You also know that this wasn't a sign of reconfiguring with other people who have been reconfigured. You're not sure if this is the same, basically.
Oh.
There's enough there where you would probably think it's not the same as Zorich's reconfiguration.
This isn't the same thing that happened to Bear.
So what is it?
Take out his eye and look.
You want to what?
Oh god, I just realized what this could be.
Just thought.
Is he
process
being-
there.
Just out of character here. Is this man being completed?
I can't tell you whether that is or is not the case.
God fucking damn it! This man is about to be bogged. However,
I will say
one person
you can roll a history check to see if you can remember if it resembles what's happening to Natan.
a history check.
Can anyone else make a
Is
history
that-
check?
because that was a while back with Natan. Bear is close enough to see it really well. Tuffy, you're probably close enough too. You can make a history check. As a matter of fact, Tuffy, you're going to get advantage because of Venser.
Okay, cool.
Dirty 20.
History check. What's my history? What is my history? 18.
Tuffy, did you remember to roll with advantage?
Yes.
Okay.
Uh,
I will say both of you do get that this does not resemble what happened with Natan. Tuffy, you're getting additional information because of Venser. The additional information you're getting is that this also doesn't resemble a later stage of completion.
This doesn't.
No, it does not.
Okay. So it's not that. Okay.
It isn't the thing that happened to Natan.
No. So what's happening?
That's a good question. Any other investigative tactics you guys want to use?
Do you?
Unfortunately, Ick has an idea.
Ick has an idea?
Pull out his eye and investigate it.
Yeah.
This is gonna sound like a very bizarre check from me, but could I make a religion check?
Would religion be an applicable check here?
No.
Okay.
You know what? I feel like there's some information I can give you with a religion check. So, yes.
Alrighty, because that is the one check I have not done, and I have a +6 in it. Alrighty, what is the total on that? Let's see. 21.
It's less so you outright remembering overt religious information, but more so being able to put some pieces together because of religious information. You're considering the fact that he was a member of a cult that was worshiping dragons.
Right.
That was worshiping Bolas, including the children of Bolas. He was being a double agent with Thalmor. Thalmor's a robot dragon.
Right.
Is this man just a robot?
No, he's not a racist.
Oh, fucking hell, I get it.
That took me a second.
Well, let's see. Given.
But it's like, did Thalmor do this to you?
He's
Only
paralyzed.
one
He
that might
can't.
have. I sure as shit don't remember it.
You got more robot part?
I didn't even know I had this one. Do you guys have the experiment logs with you?
I do. I have I have the papers.
You want to go through that with some investigation for me?
Yes. Investigate. That is my.
That's what I was already trying to lead you towards doing, by the way.
Alrighty. That is a 17.
You do find something in there about how Zarich's capabilities provide an interesting experimental method that could result in being able to control the actions of those working for him more effectively through the use of technology, especially in the case of agents that are perhaps a little bit disloyal.
I repeat that to the party.
He'd know.
Only more reason to make him suffer. You'll have to be tied up so you cannot try that again.
Yeah, fair news.
I present the rope.
Amut will gladly tie him up, but he will say, I apologize for mistrusting you, but I also don't, because I clearly had good reason to, even if it wasn't the reason I thought.
Well, look at you, growing as a person.
What?
Amut still seems same height.
He does look down at himself as though like trying to gauge whether his height is different than it was before.
Okay. Anyway, we are wasting more time. Time to move. And then Bear just
What are we gonna do
goes.
with him?
Tie him up. Leave him in a safer location.
Look, we'll watch him, okay?
Alright.
This works.
Yeah, that works. Thank you so much for that.
Okay. Gamma, I am dropping concentration on haste, so you're probably going to be a little dizzy for a minute.
Alrighty.
Lethargic, I meant.
I'm going to bring
Translation:
guys-
you can't do anything for 2 rounds.
Yep.
Although, by the time that happens, you'll be fine.
I'm gonna bring all the NPCs over here that are going further down over here, so I can bring them further down when we get to the next floor, which I don't think we're going into immediately.
There are doors here that need to be kicked open.
Ik would like to cure wounds herself. And Gamma, are you still doing very badly?
I'm at 5 health right now, thanks to the potion.
Okay, Ik will cure wounds the Gamma too. She'll do. How much should you do? Gamma goes into like head on a lot, so she'll do level 3 for Gamma. How much is that?
That's 3d8 plus your spellcasting ability modifier.
Thank you. I'll do Gamma's roll first. Oh, that's
Forgive me if I'm on another map revealing things that I want to reveal.
No problem.
Oh, good. So that was
That's
with
all right.
spellcasting modifier. Yes, it was.
Yes.
Yes. 22. You get 22 health back.
Nice.
Yeah, 1 for me. Oh, that was a bad roll.
That's exactly the health where I was one-shot at. It's like nothing happened.
Yay!
Hey, you're back to 25 health at least.
Well,
27.
27. Still.
So, what door are we kicking down first?
Probably this one.
It's an astrolabe.
Ah. There are no fights to be had through that door.
Okay, but what is this?
Is there a secret path up here?
I wonder what this is.
That's an astrolabe.
Those are so cool.
Yeah.
Is that pathway up here, by the way? The thing the bear is going to be kicking?
Kick the door.
I kick the door.
What is
Sweet
that?
Jesus fucking Christ!
Oh, fuck!
There is problem in here.
What is it?
Oh, Ick agrees.
Ah. Portal!
A portal to a what? A what?
And this is why you don't fuck with an astrolabe.
He's taking one step back.
The hell?
What can we throw in?
Frog.
There's like
What can we throw in is heard, and Bear walks back and just grabs one of the Zaricha corpses and drags it back in.
Ooh.
Fair.
Chucks
Fair
it
and
through the portal.
based.
And they're disposable.
Garbage treat.
I don't
You
know
throw-
if that's a good idea.
You throw the
Wait.
corpse through. You throw the corpse through the portal. I need you to make a wisdom save, please.
Natural 20, 23, I think.
That's good because nothing was
23.
going to happen in the first place.
Face. Just make us sweat a little.
I'm curious as to what it does, but I'm scared to actually see what it does. So we're just gonna step back.
Bear touches it.
Ooh.
You touch it.
I touch it.
I think Bits is probably like, you guys stop touching the things!
Imagine Bit is very much like, you guys stop touching the things.
There's maybe fight
It's so
through this.
sticky.
Kaya,
And
they're
until
in here
told
touching
not-
things!
And until told not to, Bear will touch things.
Would not advise going through a mysterious portal that could lead directly to literally literally an entire army that would kill you on the spot.
Oh, that where it lead?
Maybe, I don't know.
Hold on, at least let's kick down this door first.
Yeah, there's still like
There's still like plenty of doors here.
downstairs.
There's still like plenty of doors here.
Nothing happened since Bear has thrown corpse through portal, so best not to poke Bear.
As you say that, the corpse gets thrown back at you through the portal.
What the fuck? What?
Oh,
What the fuck?
they didn't want this.
Stop polluting.
This is not the corpse disposal dimension. Do not throw corpses in here. Very
Okay,
angry
so-
New Yorker on the other side.
It's a
This corpse is not allowed in our digital circus.
Why are you upset?
okay. So
Honestly, you say that. I could get Alex Roshan in here.
this is possible.
This is
It is
possible.
possible. It is possible. I am aware.
No, you throw the corpse and you hear a metamorphosis.
Okay, so we can confirm it's two ways. Let's just leave it be.
You see a red hand come out of the portal and give you the middle finger, and then dip back in.
Okay, that's
Bear
a portal
walks
to
back,
hell.
sticks his
We're
hand through,
gone.
and gives a middle finger right back.
Ink wants to wave.
When you stick your hand back through, you feel something sharp poke it. I need you to take 1d4 piercing damage, please.
Both of us?
Yes.
Yep, I thought so.
Okay.
God damn it! Roll a 4.
I'm glad our dungeon crawl could also have silly antics.
Anyway, so it's likely this place leads to one of the hells, and they are upset. So let's leave.
Could lead to
Yeah,
one.
that's a good
could lead-
idea.
Yeah, it
I
could lead to
don't-
one of. Actually, hang on. I need some people to roll some checks.
Hmm.
I need for Bedrinus and Ika to roll a history check.
History.
Easter.
14.
And Ika?
11.
No, you guys don't remember anything notable about that hand.
Ah,
Okay. So, Bear, what about this door? What about this one?
Is it back to the path of violence, of kicking in doors?
Yes.
I think it might be. This is a door! It's no longer a door, it's a broken set of hinges.
I mean,
It's
like
a
a downstairs.
mine.
Alright,
downstairs
Tuffy's gonna-
passage.
Yeah, that passage does lead downstairs.
This way. More violence to be had downstairs. We just need like the pipe sound effect as we go downstairs.
Okay, where do you want us dropping?
Wait, Jesus,
Oh.
fuck! This is a map. Where are we? We're up here. Okay,
Oh, I don't.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, hang on.
I remember this place.
Wait, you
Ulfnir is in
hear me
here.
before?
Ick does, but player does. Ick doesn't, but player does.
Ulfnir is in the room ahead. But remembers this. Can feel it. Bear is going to charge in with reckless abandon. Are these two sets of doors locked or trapped in some way?
They are currently locked.
For now.
What are you going to do about that?
I'm going to knock them down.
I need you to make a strength check.
$23.
23 is enough to knock down the first door.
There are traps in this room. These two things on the top and bottom.
There are.
Stand back. The fight wasn't quite enough. Bear walks up to the trap on the bottom.
I need you to make 2 dex saves.
18 and 19 on the dice for a total of, at lowest, 21.
Succeed, but you will still take half damage from these.
Yep.
You will take 6 fire damage and
Yep.
7 cold damage.
Cool. I then summarily break the one on the bottom and then move to the one on the top.
I'll break the one on the top actually.
Drink. I need a an attack roll and damage for breaking the one on the bottom.
Natural 20.
Are you smiting?
No. Total of 24 damage.
It's enough. Ceased.
One trap down.
I'm gonna Tuffy's gonna take the other one.
Do you want to make a regular attack roll on it, or?
Oh, I'm absolutely making a regular attack roll on it. Hey, guess who still has an axe?
Yeah.
All right, you still have the energy axe, don't you?
Yeah,
Mhm.
and I'm gonna do it with 2 hands. So, do I just make an attack roll?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, so that's a 13 on the die. No, it's not. That's gonna be instead the 16
Okay.
from forecast.
You do have
So
to.
there's-
You do have to spend a hit die.
Okay.
And roll a new number to replace that 16, please.
Okay. 20.
Noted.
All right. So with the 16, I also roll my strength and my proficiency. No, do I add my strength and or proficiency to that?
Strength and proficiency. Yes.
To attack, to the attack roll, yes. To damage, only your strength.
Yes.
Okay, so with the 16, that would be a 19. No. With that'll be a 22 total to hit.
Yeah, that will hit. Go ahead and roll damage.
Cool. So 1d10. 8. 11.
11 is not enough to finish it off. I need you to make a dex save.
That's another nat 20. For a total of 23.
You save, you take 4 cold damage.
Alright. Making another attack roll. Okay, that's a little... that's not as good. After everything, that's an 18.
A hit, roll damage.
Cool.
You're probably going to get it here.
That's another 11.
Yeah, you'll get it.
Alright. Oh. So, let's just go ahead and...
Like we practiced.
Like we practiced.
They're going to attack at the same time. They're going to make their checks at the same time here. Look,
So
it's not
strength
often
checks,
you get the...
So I need strength checks from both of you.
Okay.
I am in the same... we are looking at a dirty 20 in Bear's side.
Alright, and we're looking at a 21 on Tuffy's side.
So that combines for a 41, you pass. It breaks. Damn it, I didn't mean to do that. Oh, shit.
It happens. You need to remember how to delete that thing.
This is
Well, I
the
know how to
point where
delete
you
that
are
thing, I
all
just
reminded that these two are cops and are used to kicking doors in sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
Kick the door in. And Barry, you remember this. Right down to the one broken tank.
The tanks are full of Zaricha.
The other tanks do have Zaricha in them. Yes.
Okay. So this is from your dream.
Yes. And in the middle, Bear makes his way over to the center pillar. Yarok, give better a hand.
Oh, certainly. So Garrick using his axe. Oh shit! I didn't mean to put that in actual. Garrick using his axe. Bear probably just punching the thing.
Ready?
Two.
One.
Three. With how badass the music is, I'm not going to make you do a check. The water comes rushing out. As does the unconscious Ulfnir.
Get him to safety. This place is about to be a very big problem.
I believe it already is. So this place has a pretty high up dome. And coming out in the air is the robot dragon.
Thalmor.
Whoa.
Teeth gnashing.
That is the one I've seen in my dream.
Hey DM, could
Yeah?
beforehand, can I just like activate my spores again and save myself the action later?
Sure, we'll have that. Actually,
Please.
this actually sets up something. You activate your spores.
Ooh.
There will be no need for that here. He's going to spend hit dice. He's going to
He can
spend
shut down
two.
powers.
He can shut down her spores.
What
They
about the
have
Spirit Guardian?
people capable of shutting down our natural abilities. Sandy Boy works on me, and the Mech Dragon works on Ick so far. It means I can only assume Fervor works on. Oh God, no!
I did
Tuffy.
not say these guys were going to be easy to fight.
No.
That's very cool that he could shut me down.
Is my Spirit Guardian still up? Or has he shut down that too?
Does your spirit guardians last?
10
10
minutes.
And
Does
despite our
it follow you?
Yes, they are centered on the caster.
I would say yes. I'm willing to say yes.
Yes, it has been shut down, or yes, it is still active.
It's still active.
Okay.
He is not the like. I'm not having him shut down just straight up spells. Like, because that's just free counterspell, and that's a little bit.
counterspell is kind of already busted as it is.
Yeah,
Mhm.
it'll be too busted at this level. Has a natural
Like
ability.
he would have to spend more hit dice to be able to, if I gave him the ability to shut down multiple things at once.
So our boy here is flying.
Mm-hmm.
How high up is he?
I'd say 60 feet up.
Okay. You know what? Eliza's growling. Her eyes are blue. She has had enough with these freaking Bolas brothers. she's probably gonna go on and jolt a firebolt at him. Like she's in aggressive mode right now.
Hold on, hold.
See
All right.
where I have his.
What is it, Tuffy?
And if any, I don't want anything to happen. If it's going to get canceled out, we need to better plan our stuff rather than go ahead recklessly. You know.
I'm trying to find where I put the thing.
You're quick to jump to action, and while there's definitely a good set, there's still good qualities in that can also lead to a lot of harm.
Tuffy, look where we are. Thalmor, answer me this. Why?
Right at you. Forgive me, I'm trying to find his fucking... Because I had a fucking stat block for him and I can't fucking find it.
Oop. I mean, if you can't find it right away, I mean, like, we could just say that Tuffy talked Eliza down.
Yeah, probably.
Plus, it's not like I'm not saying we can't attack, but I am saying we.
Okay. I found it.
But I am saying we could at least wait. I'm not saying we can't attack. I'm saying we could plan first.
He says as the enemy is right in front of them.
He looks to you, it's like... You're asking why?
Yes. Why all of this? Why free an unspeakable evil?
And what's with that, like, portal down there, upstairs?
You expect answers for the portal, then I'm afraid you misjudge whether I would find it advisable to inform you or not. As for
X
why...
thinks you should inform us.
I do not agree with your assessment.
Rude.
On the subject of why. Yes, why free that which makes me what I am?
Your logic is as fallible as your mechanical parts, big man.
Do you know this evil for yourself to truly call it such? He looks towards Amut. You survived. I did not anticipate that. Eat shit. How coarse. They would call me evil for simply being of our kind. Yanti. They would call you evil if they knew the same thing of you. So do you trust words that speak of evil? And how do you know it isn't your ancestor who is the evil one? Or perhaps both of them.
I don't know. But what I remember during the terrible war, he was definitely the most evil that day. And I tend not to have that happen again to my city.
Tuffy also speaks up. And whatever it is about ancestors being evil, those are ancestors.
That was supposed to be there. That was where I was marking the one where that was broken, by the way.
That's fine.
Sorry.
No, you're fine.
I accidentally put it on the GM layer and I realized later.
Oops.
That's why it looked weird.
Yeah, oopsies.
Whoopsie.
And even if Eliza's ancestors were evil, that doesn't speak on Eliza.
And yet,
I like-
me wanting to know my ancestors for myself speaks on unspeakable evil.
Yes.
You do not see the fallacy of your arguments.
I'd like to speak up. I'd ask
Sure.
him, and what about the inhabitants of Amonkhet and Ravnica? What did they do to deserve this?
Do not understand that some suffering is necessary is a fool's paradigm.
Suffering is inevitable, but you don't need to cause more.
I do not believe this disagreement will be resolved with words.
The act of trying to free someone known to be evil is evil in and of itself.
It must be. This is for everyone you've caused harm to in Amonkhet and Ravnica.
He killed my aunt for no reason.
He killed Petra.
You say for
Really?
no reason. Are you certain there was none? Or is it a reason that is beyond your comprehension?
Honestly, at this point, I don't know. I just know what I was told.
This is why I say words will get us nowhere. Your argument is built on emotion, not logic.
And you know what?
Your argument is built on false logic. No
Where's
better
the-
than simple emotion.
Where's
Then
the
explain
logic
then explain the fallacy in my logic.
I'm so tempted to say it.
Where's the logic in causing harm to innocents?
You stand here seeing people as simple ones and zeros in a program that can be manipulated as you please to try and get to a goal only you and your family seem to care for. You are willing to let people suffer and die, and are more than willing to engage in causing said suffering to cause people to die. Your cold, false logic will lead you nowhere in this fight, other than rusting on the ground when we are done.
He extends his hand out, draws a sword of energy.
Taffy,
And that is where we're going to end the session.
Ah,
Because I don't have everything for the boss fight ready.
Understandable.
That's fair.
And I do hunger.
you know,
And I'm leaving you wanting more, damn it, for the next one.
Look, that mean it just means that in 2 weeks we'll have to like double down, you know, celebrate Easter by beating the shit out of somebody. You know.
damn it!
Anyway,
That's so
I am going to say, I'm going to disappear. Hey Boone, if you want another fortnight to prep this fight and give us more time to wait for it, I still need to teach everyone here how mechanics in Pathfinder works. I'm going to steal your next session.
Actually, yeah, good cliffhanger. Good cliffhanger to go with.
All right, so
That's right. You guys have to wait a month for this fight now.
all right, so this
Come back next fortnight for not Ravnica Trail of Dragons, but Pathfinder.
You know what?
How to play.
That sounds like a fucking hoopa move.
I am looking
Yeah.
forward to learning the Pathfinder.
Fucking